Hello, I'm Selene, and today I wanted to show my genshin routine when I'm busy. So, the reason for this is mainly just because I'm going to be going back to school soon. I'm probably not going to have as much time for genshin as I used to, and I know a lot of people have already started school, and genshin is a game you don't have to invest a lot of time into, but I can very easily spend hours, especially during quest. But I wanted to show my routine when I'm busy, just to give a little advice to people. So for commissions, I try to do them daily. What I usually do is that I like to explore areas that have a low exploration percent. Right now, I'm doing my commissions in Inazuma just so I can work towards my reputation level there, since I haven't gotten up to 60% exploration, at least in this video. I did just recently. I personally think exploration is the easiest since you'll probably find a lot of chest, sealies, and what is it like timed stuff? Oh my god, I forgot what they're called. Anyways, personally, I think exploration is just the easiest, it's the fastest. I recommend events if you if they're easy and they're quick. Sometimes events are very story heavy and time consuming, so it really depends. However, if you're not doing events, you will be missing out on those limited primo gems. I don't recommend Quest, to be honest. They often take too much time, which is another reason why events are kind of iffy, since some of them are very story heavy. So I recommend doing events all in one sitting on a day you're more free. I also like to do my commissions with a friendship or XP team. Right now, you'll see I have Farzan, Barbara, Skirk, and Sitlolly. Sitlolly's there for the XP, but all the others are there for friendship. So, yeah, that's about it for commissions. So, exploring in areas that you haven't explored very well takes about like what 5 to 15 minutes for me. I would recommend doing events that are very quick if your exploration's pretty high. I don't recommend quests just because of how long they take, but you might have to if there's no events going on and if you've explored pretty much everything. You could also condense your resin, which would be much quicker than doing any of these things, but I would save those for very busy days or when you're probably just not going to log in that day outside of condensing your resin. This is a video more for like when you want to devote maybe an hour or not even just like 30 minutes. I would say the biggest downside to exploration would be the fact that it doesn't give a lot of primos if you're also trying to save for a certain character and you're not at a guaranteed yet. So if you want to grind, then you might need to invest a little bit more time depending on the events and the quest backlog you have compared to prioritizing exploration. But exploration's still good when it comes to being consistent and getting at least a bit of primo gems. It will add up over time, especially if you're playing more casually and you're not trying to get anyone very quickly or soon. Something else I'd like to mention is that you can use resin to do commissions, and it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone because you will get your primo gems from commissions and you can just do your resin. So that's another good option if you just want to get both. done and don't want to spend any more time in the game. However, you do need encounter points for that. So I recommend that sometimes you should be exploring if you have a little bit of time compared to if you don't. And then you'll also be losing out on a bit of primo gem farming. It won't be too much, but it does save a bit of time to just explore some of those low exploration areas when you want more primo gems in the future.
Add ast. Thank you for
As for how I like to spend my resin, it just depends on what my account needs right now. Right now, I've been spending my resin artifact farming for Alhaitham and Hida since their builds need a bit of improvement. If I'm solely building a character, then it really depends on if they need talent materials, weapons, or they just need to be leveled up. If I wasn't trying to improve anything right now, I would probably be farming for Mora and talent books to make sure I just have enough for the next character that I want to build. Besides that, whenever I'm in a domain, I don't really like to use friendship teams, even though I do think domains give friendship, just because sometimes friendship teams can make it a bit harder for me, at least, to complete a domain. And I'd rather just use a good team that can get stuff done fast. Since I didn't get any good artifacts, I will be strongboxing them. It's really good to strongbox just so you don't have to use resin. So far, I haven't been very lucky. I really need a EM Deepwood circlet that's on piece for Nahida, or I need a good on piece Dendro Goblet for her, since I literally only have one EM Deepwood circlet for her, and right now I'm using an off piece for the goblet. I'm running her on a crit rate circlet right now, that's Deepwood, but I really want that to change just so she can be on more of a supportive build. Usually, commissions and artifact farming takes about 20 to 30 minutes, which isn't a lot of time, but sometimes you just need to hop on quickly and get going, or you want to do some other things. If I have a little extra time, sometimes I will do bounties and the reputation commissions, but that can sometimes add on another 20 minutes, sometimes making it almost an hour of Genshin. So usually when I'm very busy, I don't do bounties, I don't pay attention to my teapot. So that's why I'm really trying to do them now. I know bounties and the reputation commissions are only there once a week, but they can take surprisingly a lot more time than you would expect if you haven't been doing them for a while. As for the teapot, if I'm feeling motivated, I will just hop in there and create some furnishing that I've never created before to rank up. Right now, I'm at level 8 and I'll be close to level 9, so very exciting. And yeah, that's all my advice, and that's my Genshin routine for when I'm busy. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.